Welcome back. We're talking about the things that steal your brain, toxins, infections, and I'm going to talk a little bit about toxoplasmosis. It's really interesting. It's actually a parasite. And when this parasite infects rats, so it infects many animals, but when it infects mice and rats, it actually turns them into cat-seeking missiles.
They lose their fear. Right?
Which is, so the toxoplasmosis, the parasite, releases an enzyme that boosts dopamine in the pleasure centers of the mouse's brain. So the rat gets hooked on cat urine. So rather than cat urine go away if you want to survive,
Of course, right.
It's like heroin for it. It's like, no, got to have more, and goes toward the cat rather than away from it. So the cat then eats the rat, and the toxo gets to have sex and reproduce because it only has sex and reproduces in cats.
Right.
And so it's the classic tale of eat, pray, love. So if a tiny parasite can control the host, can control the behavior of its host, how much control do we really have over our own behavior?
A little scary to think about.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's why I really call it the invasion of the brain snatchers, because that's the ultimate example. Yeah, so the cats are obviously normally afraid. Rats are afraid of cats. They don't want to go there. The toxoplasma takes over their brain, so the cats survive. But guess what? In humans, it affects us too. Now, we don't have anything for cats, but, well, some people might. But it turns out that it increases workplace accidents. It increases risky behavior. This is in humans. Increases workplace accidents, risky behavior, pleasure seeking. Kind of the same thing. You want more dopamine. Suicidality.
Increases suicidality.
So it does kind of take over your brain.
And if you never look, it's easy to call someone bipolar. It's easy to call them depressed. It's easy to call them a personality disorder. It's so much harder to go, why? But it's so much more fulfilling, right, for you and I.
Yeah, because we can fix it.
When we fix people, we're not fixing their mental health problem. We're fixing their brain problem.
Right, the problem that's causing their mental health problem.
The problem that's causing, yeah. It's the whole idea behind the end of mental illness. It's like, these aren't mental, they're brain. And if you don't understand the difference, you lose because you'll start talking to them about their mother.
Talk therapy, and they need antibiotic.
When they needed an antibiotic. So how do people keep their immune system healthy so that can manage the assault that regularly comes our way?
Yeah, it's a great question, and probably the biggest problem we all face now in our society, because we're just bombarded by toxins. The more you know, the more you want to just run away to New Zealand and hide. But, we don't, and so you have to deal with it.
They just had that mass shooting in New Zealand.
Yeah,
so
right.
Maybe that's not
maybe
going
not. Maybe Snow Island, Australia, Tasmania. So problem is we're super toxic right now with everything. Electronics, food, air. It's that is immunosuppressive. So I see a lot of Lyme patients, and a lot of them that haven't gotten better elsewhere because the roadway wasn't cleared. So it's like a plane for takeoff. You got to have the runway clear. If it's blocked by metals and mold and whatever, you're not going to get better.
So if you have high mercury, high arsenic, if you have candida.
Right, all the things that prevent you from being healthy are key. Your immune system has to win this battle, whatever bug we're talking about. Antibiotics aren't going to do it. Herbs aren't going to do it. Your body has to do it and has to be able to do it. So it has to have a good diet. Critical. You eat junk, your immune system's not happy. It's not going to work well.
Sugar. So McDonald's in the middle of the night is not helping us.
Probably not the best. Sugar will immediately lower your immune response. They did a study actually with McDonald's French fries. Immediately vasoconstricted after you eat them.
Oh, you have to send me that study.
So yeah, it's pretty wild.
In the new book, I have a whole section. If I was an evil ruler,
what would you do?
What would I do? So
McDonald's every day.
McDonald's every day.
Yeah.
Although one of the funny ones you like, if I was an evil ruler, I'd have Howard Schultz run for president because he's the world's #1 drug dealer, right? I mean,
Right.
caffeine is the
Right.
#1 drug around the world with Starbucks. And then I'd put the little Starbucks symbol on the White House.
Yeah, that's good. And not just coffee, but venti mocha, triple frappuccino,
Right, it's
whatever.
coffee, it's bad fat and sugar.
Yeah, lovely.
It's a bad combination.
So diet, absolutely critical, probably top of the pyramid. You got to eat well. Don't eat a lot of carbs. Organic is important. It's definitely better. So reducing your pesticide burden. I recommend everyone go to Environmental Working Group, EWG.org website. Lots of great information there, which pans to use or not to use, and personal care products can be really toxic.
Yeah, no, there's an app I like called Think Dirty, where you can scan all of your personal products and tell you on a scale of 1 to 10 how quickly they're killing you.
Yeah.
And when I first did that, I threw out half of my bathroom. Now, I've been focused on being healthy for a long time. I didn't even think about my bathroom.
Yeah.
And
No, it's interesting. One doc I just talked to, just kind of a quick story, but her whole specialty is infertility. And so she gets referred by other doctors, these patients that can't get pregnant. They've been to all the fertility places. All she does, she goes to their home, she'll charge them a certain amount of money, and she'll just throw stuff out. Everything has to be green. So it's diet, clean products. She has a 100% success rate so far in failures for people that could not get pregnant. So,
well, and around
quality of lifestyle.
here for Amen clinics, we have more pregnant women. It's crazy how many babies we had delivered this year. But it's because when people get their brains healthy, their ovaries are more effective.
So toxins are really a big issue, and we got to eliminate those. So you need to be, a brain warrior. You need to be a life cleanliness warrior. Just be aware. You don't have to be a freak about it. You can be if you want, but you just want to be smart.
So boost your immune system through diet, through
detoxification. So sweating of any kind. Infrared sauna is
really
great,
helpful.
but turns out the infrared, not super important if it's near or far. Just sweat. You're going to get toxins out. Dr. Genuis, who actually did a study on this, he studied people, had them collect their sweat in an infrared sauna, regular sauna, exercising. Metals come out, toxins come out, no matter how you sweat.
So sweating is good.
Sweating is good. Exercise, of course, keep everything flowing. So lifestyle is really top of the heap when it comes to keeping everything.
So it's not an infection, take an antibiotic, and you're done.
Right.
That if you really want to help, you have to support and activate in a healthy way your immune system so that it can lock away these infections. Now, what is the place for antibiotics? Because, we always know your antibiotics can damage the microbiome.
Correct.
So what's your thought on that?
So I'm a Lyme literate doctor, so I treat Lyme with antibiotics when needed. But you always have to be aware that it is going to affect the microbiome, maybe in an irreversible way. So you don't want to use it unless you don't really have to. They do have a place, but temporary. Always being careful to take them with antifungals, so you don't want to get a yeast infection. Probiotics to reduce any damage from that. So gut health is another really important one for just keeping your immune system healthy. So how do you have a healthy gut? Always keeps coming back, a good diet. Feed your gut with things that will make your microbiome happy. Probiotics, maybe, depends on what's going on. So we do lots of stool testing here at the clinic as well to see how the microbiome looks, keeping that healthy. 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So that's a priority too.
80%, 80%
right.
is in your gut. So keeping your gut healthy is really, it's job one.
Right.
Really?
Because
if
you
that
think about
happens through lifestyle and diet.
Critical. People think of what's the biggest barrier between you and the outside environment? You might think it's your skin, but that's not that much. It's about the size of an umbrella surface area. Your lungs are the size of a singles tennis court if you spread them all out. Your intestines, the whole tennis court and everything around it. It's a lot of surface area to police. So that's why 80% of your immune system is there. It's got a lot of big job to do.
A big job. Well, thank you so much. What an interesting
Glad to help.
week. If you want to see Dr. Filidei, call the clinic. Go to amenclinics.com. We also have integrative and functional docs in our Bellevue, Washington clinic and in our Reston, Virginia clinic. Stay with us.
If you're enjoying the Brain Warriors Way podcast, please don't forget to subscribe so you'll always know when there's a new episode. And while you're at it, feel free to give us a review or 5-star rating, as that helps others find the podcast.
If you're interested in coming to Amen Clinics, use the code podcast10 to get a 10% discount on a full evaluation at amenclinics.com. For more information, give us a call at 855-978-1363.